What if you could sit down with your younger self over coffee and give her the truth she needed but wasn't ready for? That's exactly what we're doing today. We're talking about the things my younger self got dead wrong about love, happiness, and success. How past trauma, fear, and default emotions kept me stuck. What I wish I knew about boundaries, emotional intelligence, and self worth. Your past doesn't define you, but it sure can teach you. So go grab your coffee and let's have the conversation we all wish we could have had mm, a whole lot sooner. You ever look back at your younger self and just sigh? Like, girl, you had no idea what was coming. You thought you knew love. You thought success had a timeline. You thought if you were nice enough, accommodating enough, and good enough, life would just fall into place. Yeah, no, that's not how it works. If I could sit down for coffee with younger Davina, I'd have a lot to say to her. And today, I'm bringing you along for the conversation because let's be real, we all have some things that we wish we knew sooner. By the end of this video, you'll not only learn how to do this for yourself, but you'll walk away with a fresh perspective on your past, your future, and the person you're becoming. So grab your coffee and let's talk. Here's the deal. You lost your voice long before you even realized it. Maybe it was because of shame. Maybe it was because of feelings of inadequacy that crept in. Or maybe it was just years of trying to be what everyone else expected. Here's what the younger me and maybe the younger you needed to hear. You're not behind. Your timeline isn't broken. Love isn't about sacrifice. If you're losing yourself in the process, it's not love, it's emotional debt. You're allowed to take up space and say no and choose yourself without guilt. Stay with me because you're about to get some hard truths. And I promise by the end of this, you'll see your past and your future differently. If I could sit across from my younger self, she'd be anxiously stirring her coffee, trying to phrase her thoughts just right, because heaven forbid she disappoints anybody. She was steeped in people pleasing. She had mastered the art of passive aggression and felt inadequate for no real reason. And when life didn't unfold for her, meaning me, the perfect timeline, she took it personally. I'm Davina Dandridge, speaker and author of Brains That Baubles Do What Works for You. So if you haven't been here before, I teach women how to stop living for approval. I teach them how to master emotional intelligence and reclaim their confidence. And trust me, the lessons we're about to unpack, I've learned them. And I learned them through divorce. I've learned them through delay. And I've completely learned them from distorted ideas of success. So let's sit down with your younger self and let's rewrite the story. Here are three big truths I tell my younger self. First of all, you're not behind. You're right on time. Younger me was pressed about timelines. Marriage by 25, dream career by 30, financial freedom yesterday. Life doesn't work on my schedule, your schedule, anyone else's schedule. And some of the best things in my life happen later than I planned, but right on time. Proverbs 4:23 says, "Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life." That means guard your emotions, protect your energy, and stop letting society's expectations stress you out. Your timeline is yours. Own it. Number two, boundaries are not selfish, they're self respect. Younger me thought saying yes made me a good person, that being available made me valuable. But all it really did was make me exhausted. I wish I had known that letting your yes mean yes and your no mean no isn't rude, it's just clarity. Boundaries are not walls, they are the fences that protect your emotional garden. And if you don't set them, people will walk all over you. It's a fact. They'll rearrange your life and they'll leave you wondering why you're so drained. And it's because you gave them all the access. Number three, I tell my younger self, you're not in control. That's not going to happen, but you are in charge. This is one for the perfectionist because I was one too. I thought if I had planned enough, prepared enough, and pleased enough, everything would turn out perfectly. Here's the spoiler alert, it won't. But here's what I've learned. You are not in control of everything that happens, but you are in charge of how you respond. That's emotional intelligence 101. Transitioning from a triggered responder to an emotional planner is the difference between living life reacting to everything and living life creating what you actually want. Every battle isn't yours, but some of them are. You get to choose. Now it's your turn. Here's how you can have coffee with your younger self. And I'm telling you, this coffee is delicious. All right. So, what you want to do is pick an age. What season in your life do you need closure or wisdom on? Then ask the hard questions. What was she afraid of? What did she misunderstand? Then I want you to tell her what she needs to hear. And yes, this might get emotional, so make sure that you're in a place where you could cry and you have your tissues. But this isn't about regret, it's about recognition. You survived 100% of your hardest days. That younger you, she got you right here. And now it's your turn to take her wisdom and run with it. All right, so tell me in the comments if you would sit down with your younger self, what's the one thing you'd say? And if you want to reset your emotions, set boundaries, and step into your power, join my 5-day emotional reset challenge. Also, grab my book, Brains and Baubles Do What Works for You, because trust me, your younger you needed this wisdom. And of course, like, subscribe, and send this to someone who needs this conversation. See you next time.